I mentioned the two Mayak mothers because, at the top here, this represents that Shantanu is the indivisible pure spirit, right? Or God the creator, one and the same, right? The spirit that then becomes the creator. That's Shantanu. And then Shantanu decided, you know what? I'm just having the best old time with myself in eternity. I want it to be so that I individualize myself so that these individual parts can say, whoa, we're having a great good time with you too, but really you're me, but it's kind of a fun game that I make myself on all these mini parts, and then all those mini parts say, yay, this is so much fun. It's kind of like a bigger party that way. So God had this notion to create creation, right? And so in order for something that's undifferentiated, that's pure, that's just perfect and flawless, to go into a form of some kind to differentiate or to individualize into the parts, there has to be a tremendous delusion. Because how do you take something that can't be separated and make it appear separated unless you use this thing called the Mayic measurer, which is the Maya, or the delusion of form. So you'll see right at the top of this chart that, God had decided he's going to have 2 wives. Woo, 2? What do you mean 2? Aren't we only supposed to have 1? He chose 2 consorts to create some mischief and create this show and this drama. Isn't this a show, though, really? I mean, you'll find everything on the internet. Anything that could possibly happen, even if you can't even dream of it, you'll see will happen up there. And every now and then my eye catches that. Like this lady, had a newborn and it was in the morgue, and she went to give it goodbye and she opened up, and the baby was crying. It's like, oh, are you kidding me? I mean, it's just this vast variety show, and it's so entertaining that you can get totally caught onto it, right? Just like you have your TV shows, everyone have their favorite TV show, and you get going on that serial, and it's like, I gotta watch it next week. Well, take the big picture, and it's like, this is why we're here lifetime after lifetime. I just gotta come back and see what happens. It wasn't enough to get tarred and feathered last life or burned at the stake, that wasn't enough to convince me, whoa, this place is dangerous. No, I got to come back and see the next episode. It's ridiculous, right? So it's an enticing show, as Yogananda said. This Maya is so strong that even God shudders at the very thought of it. As he created it, and Yogananda says it got a little out of hand. This is only supposed to be God's hobby. You and I are only supposed to be here a little while, and we were supposed to wake up and say, wow, we're one with you, we're one with you. No, this other we're not really interested in, but it's turned the other way. It was like, forget you, I got to see who wins the game today, type of thing. So now remember, Ganga is the one, the consort, his first wife, that is responsible for all the consciousness, this infinite consciousness in creation. So she had 8 sons, and of course those are these great deities that run the macrocosm of the causal, the astral, and the physical domains, and then the individual causal that's in you as your causal body, an individual astral body. So there's 6 of those, and then there's the great Christ consciousness, and then there's this force that's very interesting. The Christ consciousness, Kutasya Chaitanya, which is one of those that come from Ganga, is really this undivided, infinite, formless spirit as the intelligence, as the spirit itself in this now Mayic realm of a creation. And it's just hidden in every atom is the Christ and Krishna consciousness. Pure joy, hidden in every atom. Every atom, there is this hidden Christ consciousness called the Kutasya Chaitanya. But then another thing happened, and this is where it gets interesting, because we're going to look at Bhishma today. Then that Christ consciousness, that joy, then needed to really energize matter, because matter is just matter, it's inert. And it needed to give matter, give your body, life of its own. So it become Abhasha Chaitanya, which really represents this idea of individuality. That this infinite spirit that's undifferentiated, it's not two, three, four, or many. It's just undifferentiated. It's just one. Needed to create this illusion of individuality. So we have now Bhishma, which represents the ego. And it's one of the oldest kudus of all time, says Sri Yukteswar, because since the beginning of creation, this energy, it's a consciousness, exists. So that we take, let's say your body has no life in it at all, then boom, in comes your soul, and in comes this idea of a mind, and in feeling, and your willpower, and your sensory organs, and this idea that somehow you think you exist because Spirit gave you the same powers that it has. It loans you the power of this Mayic ability to be in your body suits right now and to be able to choose and to dream whatever you want to do and create in this world of illusion. Anyway, to make a long story short, Bhishma just represents this idea that now you are conscious, you are aware, you exist, but you're separate.